Only when the last tree has been cut down, the last fish being caught, and the last stream poisoned, will we realize we cannot eat money. I was taught some very good life lessons and morals as a young kid growing up. It's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure. Listen, all your time will make you deaf. Poverty is a noose that strangles humility and breeds disrespect for God and man. I've always been involved in music, whether it be taking piano lessons or something. I always have. I trust that when people meet, we meet for a transcendent reason, and that the challenges we face in life are always lessons that serve our soul's growth. Do not judge your neighbor until you walk 2 moons in his moccasins. Whether it's in the right way or sometimes the wrong way, you learn about life and its lessons. It is less of a problem to be poor than to dishonest. The weakness of the enemy makes our strength. All the lessons of history in 4 sentences: whom the gods would destroy, they first make mad with power. The mills of God grind slowly, but they grind exceedingly small. The bee fertilizes the flower it robs. When it is dark enough, you can see the stars. And we are never too old to study the Bible. Each time the lessons are studied comes some new meaning, some new thought which will make us better. If a man is as wise as a serpent, he can afford to be as harmless as a dove. Cherish youth, but trust old age. We should not look back unless it is to derive useful lessons from past errors, and for the purpose of profiting by dearly bought experience. One of the lessons that I grew up with was to always stay true to yourself and never let what somebody else says distract you from your goals. And so when I hear about negative and false attacks, I really don't invest any energy in them because I know who I am. I'm so grateful for all the experiences I've had. The life lessons I've learned along the way are just completely invaluable. Wisdom and penetration are the fruit of experience, not the lessons of retirement and leisure. Great necessities call out great virtues. Acceptance and tolerance and forgiveness, those are life-altering lessons. Seek wisdom, not knowledge. Knowledge is of the past, wisdom is of the future. Have you learned the lessons only of those who admired you and were tender with you and stood aside for you? Have you not learned great lessons from those who braced themselves against you and disputed passage with you? Our pleasures are shallow, our sorrows are deep. There is nothing as eloquent as a rattlesnake's tail. God has his plans and his reasons. Sometimes we are supposed to go through things so that we learn lessons. As fathers, we all have great lessons to teach our children. If time were the wicked sheriff in a horse opera, I'd pay for riding lessons and take his gun away. You reflect on the people who used to be in your life, and it's like, wow, I can't believe that person was ever really in my life. But people are put into your life for seasons, for different reasons, and to teach you lessons. Walk lightly in the spring. Mother Earth is pregnant. Have I ever had dance lessons? I'm mobile, but not nearly as much as our promotional videos lead people to believe. Not every sweet root gives birth to sweet grass. Ask questions from your heart, and you will be answered from the heart. Sonny Liston is nothing. The man can't talk. The man can't fight. The man needs talking lessons. The man needs boxing lessons. And since he's gonna fight me, he needs falling lessons. When a man moves away from nature, his heart becomes hard. The biggest lessons I've learned in life have probably come from a bad situation, from an angry situation, even if I wasn't the one who was angry. All the lessons are in nature. You look at the way rocks are formed, the wind and the water hitting them, shaping them, making them what they are. Things take time, you know. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. All is riddle, and the key to a riddle is another riddle. There are many harsh lessons to be learned from the gambling experience, but the harshest one of all is the difference between having fun and being smart. Beware of the man who does not talk and the dog that does not bark. Make my enemy brave and strong, so that if defeated, I will not be ashamed. Excellence is a better teacher than mediocrity. The lessons of the ordinary are everywhere. Truly profound and original insights are to be found only in studying the exemplary. That men do not learn very much from the lessons of history is the most important of all the lessons of history. It is no longer good not to cry peace. We must act peace, and live in peace. All things are lessons that God would have us learn. One of the many lessons that one learns in prison is that things are what they are and will be what they will be. What is life? It is a flash of firefly in the night. It is a breath of a buffalo wine in the winter time. It is as the little shadow that runs across the grass and loses itself in the sunset. There are no regrets in life, just lessons. Every book you pick up has its own lesson or lessons, and quite often the bad books have more to teach than the good ones. The bird who has eaten cannot fly with the bird that is hungry. The lessons I learned from the dark days at Alibaba are that you've got to make your team have value, innovation, and vision. Also, if you don't give up, you still have a chance. And when you are small, you have to be very focused and rely on your brain, not your strength. There are two wolves fighting inside all of us. The first one's evil, the second one is good. Which wolf will win? The one you feed. Don't let yesterday use up too much of today. Sometimes life's so much cooler when you just don't know any better, and all the painful lessons have not hammered your head open yet. When you were born, you creed in the world, rejoice, live your life. So that's when you die. The world cries and you rejoice. There is no death or life change of worlds. I learned everything the hard way, like literally everything. I know that God does that to people that He has lessons for. I just wish that I had learned less extreme lessons. A brave man dies but once, the coward many times. In moments of difficulty, there are positives you can take and lessons you can learn. Take only what you need and leave the land as you found it. Wisdom comes only when you stop looking for it and start living the life the Creator intended for you. I take all of my life lessons, which some people might call mistakes, and apply them to my future so that I keep growing. Mistakes are a part of being human. Appreciate your mistakes for what they are, precious life lessons that can only be learned the hard way, unless it's a fatal mistake, which at least others can learn from. Everything shapes you to be the person you are today. Sometimes hard lessons pay off dividends. There are a lot of lessons to be learned. We can all learn lessons. A man who can't satisfy a woman is like a chef who can't create a delicious meal. We all learn lessons in life. Some stick, some don't. I have always learned more from rejection and failure than from acceptance and success. Punctuality and showing respect in the workplace are the foundations of success. Success is meaningless without them. I'm always looking to pass these lessons on to younger players because they are the secret of excelling and developing your game. They are not dead whole, living the hearts they leave behind. Only when the last tree has been cut down, the last fish being caught, and the last stream poisoned, will we realize we cannot eat money. Remember that your children are not your own, but are lent to you by the Creator. The lessons from the peace process are clear. Whatever life throws at us, our individual responses will be all the stronger for working together and sharing the load. It is better to have less hunger in the mouth and more lightning in the hand.